Desmond here from Performance Destination. If you're looking to have your car tuned, whether it's on the dyno or remote, reach out to us and see what we can do for you. We meet the needs on all computer systems. Is going good. The earlier runs, we just wanted to kind of do some soft hits before I start turning it up. I want to make sure once I went from 93 to E85, everything was still good. This car was tuned already on pump gas, and I wanted to do some soft hits just to make sure everything's still good. For his fuel system that he has, his filters, no fuel pressure, no drop. So kind of did a couple mini pulls and whatnot. And once I felt like everything was going in the right direction, then I just started turning it up slowly. Then I started turning it up slowly. Then I started turning it up now. So this next pull has more in it. He wants to be around roughly 700 to 750. So we're not off from 700. We're right there. The torque is very strong, and it's going to hit. These precision 64.66s hit really strong. And this is also a V-band turbo, so the V-band on this thing is lighting this car up very, very, very hard. Like it's lighting up nice, and I want to just keep going at it, keep making some power, and kind of just keep jamming at it, and then we're going to see what it does. This next pull should be right where he wants to be, and I think it's gonna hit nice. This car is gonna feel a lot stronger than what he thinks. And that's the thing. I love tuning these cars because I know it's gonna hit a lot stronger than what these customers actually think it's gonna hit, and they're gonna get that oh shit moment. So just stay tuned and keep watching. We're gonna keep jamming at it and keep making some power. this one turned out pretty good. Just like expected. I said the next run he's going to be in that 700 plus range, and sure enough he is. This car feels phenomenal. It's running phenomenal. It's just the boost curve and the dyno curve is so smooth and so flat. Once it comes up on its full peak boost, it just holds all the way straight to red line, and it's just like, it's so strong. And you know, we're gonna finish it right, we're gonna leave it right there. He wants to be roughly in that 700 range, so we're gonna leave it right at that power level, go on the street and see what it feels like. It's gonna feel really strong for him, you know, really strong for him, because this is something that a lot of people, they want a lot of power, but some people can handle it, some people, you know, got to get used to it. But this torque alone, almost 600 foot-pounds, you know, and this thing, and the thing is, the horsepower is just real flat. It's real flat, and it carries all the way to red line. And you know, and to be honest with you, I probably could go higher in his red line, and so he could make more power, because I only got it to like 8,000. So if I could probably put it up a little bit higher, even if it's like 88, 87, it probably make more. Probably near that, a lot closer to that 740, 750. It just wants to make more power, but I think we're gonna leave it where it's at, unhook it, go on the street, test drive, and see how scared he can get. So at first, I did it was, you know, I tried to test it out, and you know, same boost where we were at before for pump gas. I wanted to run it and see where we was at, and go from there. A lot of spots was rich, a lot of spots was lean. Had to like redo, re-iron it all out. I really feel like there's a lot more in it. Still less than 40, upper 30s. This is also on S2 cams, so that's another thing there too. Don't get me wrong, S2 cams make a lot of power too, but and I don't see no setback from that you need a bigger cam. Now to make more power, we can probably make more. We can probably play with the cam gears and spool it up a little early, have a little more top end, you know, play around with it. But I already knew based off the when I got to 600 and I know the boost I was at, and then I got that I know I didn't need to play with it. I knew I could probably get you a number without even touching it. So, but it feels good. I don't know what ethanol content you're on because you ain't tested it. So if you may want to test that, because if it's a little off and you put some better stuff, you know, it probably could definitely, you'll wake up some more. But this is really good because it's really hot in the shop right now. So the hotter it gets in the shop, the more the weather my weather sniffer picks up on it, and then the lower the power is going to drop. Right. So it's really good for how hot it is right now, and it feels really good. My main thing is that what I'm trying to do is trying to make it work hard, come on fast, and then it just carries. Like that's the best looking graph ever. It's beautiful. Best looking graph ever. Earlier runs, I was letting off. I just wanted to see where we was at, see where it was at. And then I just started carrying. As I started feeling comfortable, then I started carrying it out. But that's the best looking graph ever, and it pulls good. You know, based off that torque, I know I have more for horsepower. Right. You know, if I go higher RPM, we'll give it more boost in certain spots. But I feel like if you felt like it was fast before, you're already making more torque than you made horsepower before. So like if you thought it was fast before, this is gonna feel insane now. 100%. 100% is gonna feel stupid. I promise you it's gonna feel dumb.
Honestly, I think it's like a perfect median just for me.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely know she has more in it, but I think the number it's at is spot on, exactly what I wanted.
That's a good, between this 780, 820, that's a good median for Evos.
Yeah.
You know, a good, to me it's a good reliable point for Evos. You know, just to make more power, you're gonna start breaking shit. You know, you start making a lot more torque, you start breaking shit. You know, but I think this is a good median for you, especially for a street car. And you know, race car and a drag car. This is a real strong ass roll, light to light, roll runs, dig runs if you want. But like it's a real deal sleeper. It don't look fast. But this thing, like, it sounds so good. So test out drivability. Drivability is good. They probably have better drivability now than when it was on pump. Like it feels so much better. The AFR at idle, it doesn't even it barely even moves. It's moving like a decimal. Like 14.4, 14.5, 14.4, 14.5. It balances right in between there, 14.6, 14.4, 14.5, 14.4, 14.6, 14.5. It's like right there. Cruising, same thing. Feels good. I worked a lot of the on the way fueling, on the way up, on the way up, on the way up. So this way, like it feels good. It don't feel sluggish. And this way, like it just pulls the whole way straight through. But yeah, it's making some jam, bro. It's making some jam. It's almost 600, even before 6,000 RPMs. You know, if I can make a lot of torque before a certain RPM point, I know it's gonna feel strong.
So before, did it feel a little sluggish before, like compared to when you started ironing it out again, or
what today? No, it was just baby boost before.
Right.
You know, like little stuff, 20 pounds, 22 pounds, and then like once I started turning it up, I turned it up when I made a full hit without touching the controller. I think it was at like 25 on pump gas, and that's when it made 506, whatever like that. But then I started working it up, and then it started showing signs that it's there. Now I do see some like your intercooler pipe. It looked like you tightened that clamp too much, and it crushed it. I don't know if you're leaking boost from that too, because I see that's crushed. So sometimes once that pipe gets crushed like that, and you don't have a perfect shape, you could be losing pressure out of there too, because it has to be a perfect oval shape with the bead roll for it to hold pressure. So if you don't have a perfect shape, it could be the coupler can expand and it'll find its weakest way out and escape. So I did see that when I was looking at your engine bay, that when you tighten that pipe is crushed. So find somebody who could kind of like bang it out and then redo a bead roll on this. I don't know what you have. If you have anything bead roll on this car, you may want to do that. Because when I went to Virginia, that travel tune, a lot of those cars wasn't even bead roll. So by the time I got to like 45 pounds of boost or some the shit was just blowing off everywhere. Yeah, and the piping was flying this way, thing was flying that way. It was just everywhere. It was just blowing off because a lot of this stuff wasn't bead roll. Like you're at that power level where you need to make sure everything's bead roll. Before you can't really find out. 25 pounds ain't no pressure. But upper 30s, you want to make sure it's B-roll, so it's like shit ain't gonna be blowing off. And that happened one time when someone's shit blew off, and it blew off so hard we ran it over on the dyno. So just check over everything, make sure that you can do another boost leak tech and see if that's leaking, if that's holding pressure, if that's leaking. Spray soapy water and see what bubbles and whatnot. But I think overall we're good. The only thing else I don't know is the car came hot already. So I don't know what cold start's gonna do. Usually on the E85 car, like you did before, you leave it overnight, and when I get in there, I can work cold start. That's how I do it. But you came in on pump gas, it was already hot. By the time I loaded it on the dyno, drained the fuel, it's already hot. So like, I don't know what it'll do cold start. But I made some adjustments to try to make sure it's good. But the best way to really work cold start is being in person. It has to be like overnight dead cold. It can't be like I put the fan on it and it's kind of somewhat. No, it has to be like overnight. You're gonna go crank it and it's starting off at like 70, 60 degrees engine temperature. So I don't know what it's gonna do there. So you're gonna have to kind of see how that is. Who knows? It may be good. I don't know. You may fire it up and it might be perfect. But just let you know a heads up, because I always get that call from people. And people don't realize, like, bro, you never was on the 85 when you came in. So
I definitely have to make another appointment. I'll drop the car off.
Yeah.
Bring magic here.
Yeah. But that one plug was off. So one of his plugs, like, they were all reading 18,000s, but one of his plugs was like, I went to go feel it, it was just loose. So when I made a hit, like I could feel it, like I could feel it in the seat, and I could feel it in the pedal. But if I could feel it, if I can hit a little tap, I already knew stopped, and I pulled them out, and sure enough, when I went to go feel it, one of them was loose. They were tight, but it wasn't as tightened down. It was kind of like I could have kind of just busted like that. Okay. So that's another thing there too. But one of the plugs wasn't. This one actually wasn't gapped. So that's what I felt. Yeah. So that's why I stopped. And then after I stopped that, that's when I think it was like 600 or 687, and it made I can make a full rip and whatnot, because I felt it. And I was like, nah. it pinged. I felt it.
Yeah.
So
We did change them after the first Dyno session.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we had changed them.
He said he did it.
I
said he did it. Yo,
I asked him my thing.
Like, nah, bro, this is the same ones I ran.
Yeah, we did.
He's like, you put those in. I was like, you sure? I'm like, I know I don't miscap nothing, yo.
That was us.
He was like, nah, bro, same ones. I was like, all right, bro.
Nah, that was us.
Can't tell me. I know. I make sure because I record myself every single time I'm doing it. So all I gotta do is go back to the camera and watch the video all over. So it's like I remember I did your whole sessions on YouTube. So like the first session is on YouTube. So I know I gapped it.
Yeah, now you let him go change the plug once a month.
Yeah, but you don't need to touch the plug.
Yeah.
You shouldn't need to touch the plug. So I'm gonna actually, before we go anywhere, I'm gonna pull the plug down, see what I made a couple hits now, some strong hits now. I want to see what these plugs, well, at least pull one and see what one plug looks like and kind of go from there. Slow it down. That shit is crazy.
Street car, baby. AC and everything.
Oh man.
Oh god.
All right.
Oh fucking shit.
Bro, how'd that feel?
Going from pump gas to I'm fucking stuttering.
Yo,
that's how it feels.
It feels crazy, bro. But it feels a little in control.
Yeah,
it got squirrely a little bit.
It definitely did.
One time.
My seatbelt fucking locked.
Yeah, it got squirrely one time, but it felt a little in control.
Holy shit.
Feel good.
Yeah.
You like it?
I do. I love it.
All right, bro. Sounds good, man. Man, so tell me how it went for you today.
Dude, everything came in smooth. Came in running on pump. Got the car here. Right on the dyno. Went straight to work.
Right.
Did a couple test pulls. See where the boost is at. Everything came in nice and smooth. Y'all see it, man. Look at the graph. Power all the way through.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So did it meet your needs today for your goals?
And honestly, it surprised me for what it was. I honestly was not expecting to feel the way it did, like right now. But
Right.
this is more than enough for me.
Right.
The car definitely still has a little more in it, but I think for what we got right now, perfect street car.
Right.
I couldn't ask for anything.
How was the drivability just now?
So drivability was really smooth. Definitely, actually drove better than it did on pump gas. So that's saying a lot,
Yeah.
especially just taking the time out. So
Yeah. So when you went for a street pull just now, all them hits just now, how did that make you feel?
going from pump gas, I think made like mid-fives pump gas to what it is now, it's complete night and day difference. Like straight tunnel vision, 2 to 3.
Yeah.
And then throwing fourth right after.
Yeah.
It
lights up quick.
Yeah. The power comes in extremely smooth.
Yeah.
Extremely smooth, extremely quick. And it caught me off guard. I definitely missed the shift.
Yeah.
2, 3, it caught me off guard.
It feels good though.
It definitely does.
All right, bro. So go ahead and enjoy this thing. I appreciate you coming through, and we did it on pump gas. Now we did it on E for flex, and now this thing is very, very strong. Very, very happy, and you know I'm surprised the way how it felt just now in the street. So I love it.
In the street soon.
All right, brother. This is Desmond Pierre back again with another car. This was a car we previously tuned before on pump gas. He wanted to go flex fuel on this setup and E85, and it was all promising. From the start to finish, everything was smooth, everything was ironed out, so nicely done. It was just quite pleasing actually. On pump gas, previously before we made like mid fives about a year ago. Now he wanted to go E85 so he could actually utilize the turbo, the setup, the build setup he wants for the horsepower goals he wanted to be able to make up to. His goal was roughly around 720. His goal was roughly around 720, 750. Anywhere between there, and we was right about 717, which is right there where he kind of wanted to be. But the torque, 589, almost 590, very close to 600 foot-pounds of torque. And this car makes power. It runs good. It hits very, very strong. The customer is so happy with how this thing feels. It sounds perfect. Like on the dyno, it gets into his power band like that. On the street, it gets into his power band like that. That's the main thing I like to do. I like to tune cars for the power band, the curve, how hard it comes on, and how long I can make it hold without it dropping. And this is a perfect prime example of what a good looking power band looks like, a good looking graph looks like. Very healthy power, just from start to finish. It looks and feels exactly what it looks like, but it feels great. It's just, we could have made more out of this setup, but when he limits me to like the lower 700 range, I'm not gonna push it more if the customer didn't want more. But if he wants to be around there, we left him right where he's at, and roughly it was in the upper 30s. I think it was about like 37, 38 pounds of boost. And I could have worked it harder down low, I could have worked it harder up top, but right where I saw a nice median for him, this is perfect. He never drove a car or owned a car at this power level. The last car he had was his Evo, the same Evo, and the horsepower was about 550, 540 beforehand. Now he's making more torque than he made on horsepower from his pump gas. So I feel like this is a great starting place for him to drive the car, feel the car. It runs so good, so healthy. Drivability is so smooth on this car, from idling, cruising, AC on and off, deceleration, just every variable of a daily driving car functions like it feels great. There's no hiccups, there's no bugs, there's no stutter, there's no lean spots, there's nothing. Like, it feels so good. We pull the plug. After I tune these cars, I like to pull the plugs. I like to read the plugs. I like to see the color. There's a few things that go through the plugs: the color of the strap, the color of the center, how dark the threads get, like all of that. All those tell me what the tune is doing. It doesn't matter if the tune looks good, the graph looks good, but then the plugs look black, or the plugs don't look good, or it smells like fuel. Obviously something somewhere is going on. But his plugs look good, the AFRs look good. The car is actually still kind of soft. I didn't go too hard with this car. I left it kind of soft because I think this is a good starting place for him. And everything looks good on this car. I'm so happy how it came out. We went for a street drive, and this car it got squirrely to the point where it kind of crab walked us for a half a second, and then he gathered it back up and it went straight, and it really does pull. And I'm happy for him because it was a long time coming for him ironing out his bugs, working out certain things on the car, and I'm happy for him. It runs so smooth, so healthy. Another one done. If you too would like to work with me just like how he did, then you can catch me at 941-268-7493, or you can catch me on all platforms of social media at Performance Destination. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you like about this session. Let me know if you like the power. Let me know how the graph looks. Let me know how you like the way the plugs look. Let me know if you like more information. I'm trying to give as much information as possible, because anybody who wants to work with me, anybody who has potential where they are about to work with me, whether it's dyno, remote, or travel tune, because I also provide travel tune services, I go over all this stuff so it makes the process a lot easier of things for you to look for, things for you to catch before it happens. Leaks, boost leaks, anything. You know, I go over all this stuff with you, so you are more educated coming to me and you giving me a car that's set up properly, not leaking, not boost leaking, not low compression, none of that stuff. You know, it's giving me a good car for me to work off of, a good platform for me to start tuning. And you know, I'm happy to tune your car. Just leave a comment below of the things you want more of, and I'll be happy to help you with that. Until next time, guys.